joining us as we take another peek at the family photo albums of two well-known Australians. First up, I'm delighted to welcome someone who doesn't do a lot of TV. He's a stage performer at heart and one of this country's most popular stand-up comedians, the incomparable Carl Barron. Carl, I can name two big things that have come out of Longreach, Qantas and you. Am I missing anything?
No. No, that's it.
Not much?
No, that's it. That's as far as I know.
Yeah. Would you say northwestern Queensland or...?
Nearly right in the middle.
Yeah.
Northwest. Yeah, just above Longreach is Winton.
Yeah.
Not a very exciting town, but that's where Dad took Mum for a honeymoon. Friends were going to Fiji and, you know, she went to Winton.
What's at Winton?
Nothing.
What's at Longreach?
Tiny bit more, but not much.
And so, do you have memories of Longreach?
Yeah. Feeding the brolgas in the backyard.
Wow.
We had Cindy, we had a pet sheep.
Pet sheep?
And me and my brother used to play marbles with the poo. Because it comes out hard and dry. It's perfect. It's perfect. You don't have to do anything.
All right, let's meet the Barrons. Now, I get the feeling this is you'd arrived on the Gold Coast?
Yeah, not long from Longreach, and that's us in Burleigh Heads on the Gold Coast.
Introduce us.
Well, that's my dad up the back, the older guy.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got a bit of Italian in him, he reckons. Got this great story he's always told. He's not around anymore. His father was an Italian doctor on a boat.
Yeah.
Had a one-night stand with a nurse, fell overboard. She went to Australia, adopted him out to Irish stock. Barron, it's an Irish name.
Yeah.
And his real mother was supposed to be English or something. So he's always told that story.
So his dad fell off the boat?
Was drunk. And a goer. I mean, he just... Yeah, I love this story, you know. Whether it's true or not, I just think it's a great story.
So you didn't have a grandfather then?
Well, he's at the bottom of the ocean. We got adopted, you know, like... Well, Dad was adopted by the Barrons, so I met them.
Remarkable. And Dad was a sheep shearer?
Yeah, shearer. He always wore the singlet. I mean, he was still shearing then. So that's Mum.
Yep.
Obviously. My sister Julie, my brother Troy with little slits as eyes.
Yeah.
My younger brother Rick. And me, when I see these photos, I just think, wow, I'm like the adopted child from... Really am. I mean, look at that. That's some little fella they brought in from Brazil or something. Really. You know, and I used to say to Mum, what's with Troy, the blonde? He's got blue eyes. You know, where did he come from? But now I look at these photos, I think, well, you know, where did I come from?
Well, here you are in all your glory. Look at that. Young Carl.
Oh, that's my Holy Communion. I remember that photo because I had a missing front tooth. And Mum said, oh, why didn't you smile? I said, well, you know, no teeth. An infant saviour in Burleigh Heads.
Right.
And I was an altar boy, and I tell people, they think I'm joking, it's like the first gigs.
Yes.
You got an audience. You know, it's such an exciting feeling to have... For me, always, to have an audience in front of me. And me and my mate, Adam, I better not say his last name in case he's embarrassed by it, but before the Mass, we used to turn up early and just drink the wine. We didn't know it was non-alcoholic wine, and we just, at the back, you know, do you feel anything? No. And we get the communion.
Yeah.
The thing you put in boxes and cupboards out the back. Well, we must have stuck, you know, like just ham. They're falling out of our mouth.
And then how was your performance?
Well, it always felt exciting. It showed me then, like, at school, around about the same age, that I was never afraid to hop in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
I'd always come into the class last and put a rubbish bin out in the front, and I'd pretend to trip and fall into it. You know, so...
Yeah.
That was another audience to me, the church. It was exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we might travel...
Plus I believed in God and stuff. I didn't.
Couple more. This is the family again. Troy on the outside. And yes, who is that child in the middle?
Exactly. That's my sister, Julia. Dad just went up on the veranda and said, "Look up." But there's the clothes, I mean... My brother's purple jumpsuit, you know. So I got this pink singlet on. Oh, my sister's got any pants on.
Oh, here we go. Another performance.
That's, It looks a little bit like a gay Captain Cook. I was a page boy.
Gee, you had all the good gigs.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a partner, Tracy, and I was in love with her, but she didn't like me. I didn't have any money.
How old were you?
7. This is what Dad said to me. You ain't got enough money. We had to stand, you know, the girls made their debut, or whatever you call it.
Debutantes.
Oh, no, they still... We had to stand there. And the buckles, it's gold cardboard. We cut it out with... it's like Liberace's son.
And you'd be there as they would make their...
They'd walked... I had no idea what they were doing. They went over there and did something, and we stood there. I love that. You know, I love anything getting in front of people.
Yeah, yeah. All right, school photo. And I just think if we could just move along the bottom row, let's just see if we can spot, moving now, let's see if we can spot which student is...
The little fella from Sao Paulo.
Everyone is looking at the camera.
I was looking down.
Right.
And Miss Williams said, "Carl, look up."
You went right up.
Yeah, that's the sort of kid I was. I was, and she liked it. I was just...
Was she a great teacher?
I always remember her because she found me funny. She let me do my stuff.
Yeah.
But not just me in the photo. I was looking at some others. I don't know if you can go back to it. Like the guy next to me.
Yeah.
He's just like he's trying to swallow his own face.
Do you remember his name?
That's Ricky Fenner.
Ricky Fenner?
Yeah, he used to stay at my place. Yeah, and the one behind the teacher, her and I went out on and off. Like, grade 2 and 3. I mean... Bernadine, we met... Well, I had my first kiss with a girl with Bernadine. I don't know if she remembers it. I hope she's not watching. We just walked towards each other. First kiss, you know, we're like 8. And we just leant forward and put our lips... As soon as our lips touched, we just turned around and bolted 100 miles an hour.
We're back with our special guest, Carl Barron. Now, it's a backyard on the Gold Coast. Carl, who's in this shot?
Well, that's Troy, the Swedish tennis player. And that's Carlos de Souza. That's our dog, Pal.
Pal.
Yeah, it's Pal. My Nana named it. Nana used to live with us for a while and no one thought anything about it back then, but his name was Pal. And then people used to come around and go, you mean like as in Pal's dog food? And we go, yeah.
Family pets. Oh,
Yeah,
now,
Funny Master.
another phase.
I was obsessed with martial arts. I still like it, but not obsessed. I just found this jacket. Oh, I don't know where it was. Like, Mum's auntie brought it down or something. It had a bit of Chinese. I was obsessed with anything Chinese.
And why was that?
I don't know. I used to want to be Chinese. And I used to sticky tape my eyes back at school. Yeah. And I just, you know, I'm a karate expert. I didn't know any...
No formal training.
No, and I started training kids at school. I don't know what was... I don't think I got any underpants on there as
well. Very, very funny. Oh, well, we've jumped ahead a little. Hear that?
I think I know what that means. No, the reason I put that in, I just want to show people that I did actually have hair. It's when I started doing plays on the Gold Coast, I had to get these mug shots, you know. My first play was Dimboola, and I was the best man. You had to be drunk.
Right.
They had these empty beer bottles every night, and they'd fill it up with ginger ale and empty it at night. And, of course, overnight all the ants would get in because the dry ginger ale. I remember one play I was doing, I had to keep sculling the beer. I don't know how many ants I drank that night. Because ants, you know, working, there's all these people, I got to drink it, you know.
It's a good look. It got a touch of the Mel Gibsons.
Yeah, that's what one girl told me one night.
Oh, I can see it.
Not anymore.
No. Now, a curious photo.
It's, that's the Fair Star. Everybody wears groans. Oh, I had 2 drinks in case I drank one, then I had another one ready. You can't tell from the photo, but I was actually, I was frozen. I did this thing because I come down from the Gold Coast to Sydney.
Right.
First time away from the Gold Coast, and I saw a statue man at the Rocks in Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like 19 and went, wow, look at that guy, just doesn't move, you know? So every night when I got drunk on the Fair Star, and I did get drunk every night drinking tequila, there was a point where I'd just stop and I'd stay there for like, I don't know how long it was, a really long time. And people started taking pictures and they'd pick me up and take me to another bar. Just a nutcase.
Well, we do have another shot. It's another one.
It's, I was thinking about something. But I did that every night, and the last night the Fair Star's coming into Sydney. Everyone's on the deck with the streamers waving to their girlfriends and people, whoever, and I got locked in the jail. Because every night I'd go home and the bouncers would say, hey, keep it down.
And you wouldn't.
I'd say, what if I don't? We'll chuck you in jail. So you have to catch me, and that went on for 4 days, and then the last night I was in the jail with the Irish guy who couldn't talk.
Well, you were a statue, so it didn't matter.
The last night, though, I wanted to be on the deck waving.
All right, where are we here?
That's London with my mate Toons. He's got no pants. No one's got any pants on.
And what's happening here?
We went out to a party.
Yep.
And we both passed out and people put hair remover in our hair. I just shaved mine off the next day, but he just left his hair. I don't know if you can see it. It's just all clumps. And someone stuck a big pirate's earring. So, you know, you wake up with a hangover, that's bad enough. You go, oh, my head, oh, my hair. Oh, my ear. It was just all funny to us. You're like, God, it's how blind were we? I lost my hair and got an earring.
You're a pirate. All right, I got to say, my favourite shot.
Once again, no pants.
It's a theme, isn't it? Yeah.
I bought that banjo. Mum didn't talk to me for 2 weeks. She said, what are you going to do with that?
How does she feel about what you're doing now? Comedy. Is she proud?
I think so.
Yeah.
They don't say much. No one says much back home. You know, like if you go on TV, they go, yeah, you're on TV. That's all right. I jumped up on the bed. I don't know what I was... That's when I was roof tiling and I was... You know, when you're 17, you just fit.
Yeah.
I said to my sister, I said, take a picture of me.
Right.
People, there's only one thing I liked better than playing the banjo. That was playing the banjo with my pants off. You know, this profile and...
And the family, I mean, there is a bit of dressing up in the Barron family, is that right?
Yeah. We have these little get-togethers out the back and it's just, you know, Mum and my brothers and sister and Dad when he was around, and at some point, someone would disappear. Usually Mum. She's very quiet. She's just sort of modest lady, and then she'll disappear after a few beers and she'll come back in. She's got all these different ones. She had the gypsy lady. She has a crystal ball and this long hair, and she just walks around. Give us your hand. You know, we used to be 18. We're going, oh, Mum, piss off. And she wouldn't break character.
Oh, she would stay like that?
She'd stay like that, or she had a Braveheart character, which she just found this potato sack, cut holes in it and just come out screaming.
I don't know about you, but I would like to spend time with the Barron family. How about a big hand for Carl Barron?
Up next, how this aspiring young performer went on to become a star in her own right.
Welcome back. You're watching Pictures of You, and our next guest is an actress who shot to fame as Mel on Packed to the Rafters before her shock on-screen death. Please welcome the delightful Zoe Ventoura. Now, Zoe, before we hop into the photos,
yes,
you're a Perth girl.
I am.
The daughter of a Greek father and an Australian mother.
Yes.
What was the language spoken at home?
Definitely English.
Right.
My parents wanted my brother and I to go to Greek school, and they were trying very hard to get us to go, but we didn't want to go, and now I'm devastated because I would have loved to. But yeah, we had a fairly Anglo upbringing, and we were out in the burbs and...
All right,
yeah.
Let's hop straight into the first photograph, and I got to say, it's cute. Brother?
Yes, my older brother, Adam.
Adam. Now, how...
He doesn't look like that anymore.
Doesn't he?
No, he's gorgeous. Apparently, he just adored me, and he would, you know, pick me up when I was crying, and... Yeah, and then it all turned the other way when we were teenagers, as it does.
Do we need to hear about the turning?
No, he was a bit of a, you know, rock star. He's a musician now, by the way. He's a very successful musician, and he was a bit rock star, and I think I was a bit of a geeky overachiever, and he hated that.
Really?
Yes.
Tell us more. All right, now, this is you and your mum.
Yeah, how hot's my mum?
Well, yes. Where's this taken?
So, my mum, she was a dancer and a choreographer.
Yeah.
And she used to choreograph shows overseas for casinos, and she worked in television and stage and big events and all sorts of things. And this is in Korea at some show that she was choreographing, and I think there's another photo that shows kind of how we were brought up.
Yes, well, we might just go here, because your mum obviously was pretty relaxed about handing you over
Yes.
to all sorts of people.
Yeah.
What are you being held by there, Zoe?
Who knows, but I had a lot of support. So it's... I
Yes.
was in safe hands. My brother and I were both very comfortable from a very early age, obviously, you know, backstage in theatres and
Yep.
on stage. And my father was a musician and
Yes.
so at gigs and in pubs. And so we've kind of always led that performer lifestyle.
And do you think your mum and dad assumed that you would grow up and be in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they fought it for a little while, you know, try to steer us in a more kind of stable direction.
Right.
But I think, yeah, in the end, it was genetic.
All right, so we've had the brother and the mum. Let's have a look at Dad. This is a great shot.
Check out that moustache. That is just pure early 80s gold. Yes, this was our first family trip to go to Greece and meet his family. So my dad was born in Athens. But yeah, so we traipsed around Greece. I was only 4, so I don't really remember a lot
But
about
was it a shock? Can you remember going from sunny...
suburban Perth?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the age of the country, obviously going to all these ruins, I don't think I quite knew what that was about at that stage.
Well, just like a bad suburb in
I
Perth,
think so,
probably.
just a bit rough. Yeah.
And where are you there?
Delphi. Yes, apparently it's where Aesop was thrown off the mountain. I had to say that because my mother said, it's where Aesop was thrown off the mountain. It's like, why does that matter?
Yeah. Or who is Aesop?
Aesop?
How do you spell it? And do you say Aesop?
Yes, exactly.
No. All right. Showbiz calls.
Yeah.
Look at that. You're a gum nut.
I'm a gum nut, yes. I think I'm about 7, according to my mother. She also ran a dancing school in Perth, and that was our end-of-year concert. And I was see the girl on the right here? She's a blossom. And all little girls would much prefer to be a blossom, I can tell you that. So I felt a little bit gypped as a gum nut.
And yet it was your mother's company.
I think it was because she didn't want to show favouritism. You know, that whole thing, oh, you know, I'm being even to, you know, I'm treating everybody evenly, so I'm not going to make my daughter a blossom, I'm going to make her a gum nut.
And do you remember what you actually did as a gum nut?
Oh, I think at that age you just pretty much just run around and make shapes and stuff, don't you?
And you're extremely cute.
That's pretty cute.
Oh.
In a funny hat is pretty cute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.
Wonderful. Look, we've got more photos. We do need to go to a break. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Ventoura. Welcome back to Pictures of You and our special guest, Zoe Ventoura. Now, here we are. This is a little bit older. How old are you here?
Yeah, I'm 10.
Yeah.
This was my first modelling portfolio shot.
Yeah.
Which I just started doing a little bit of modelling. I did a bit of grooming and deportment. And
Deportment?
Yes.
What does that involve?
It's a good question. I think I walked around with a book on my head and we learnt how to put on makeup and paint our nails and sit correctly, and it was a short course. It wasn't like I studied it for years or anything like that, but
10th year of deportment.
I graduated with honours in deportment. Yeah, but it was the beginning of... I did do a bit of modelling. It was always part-time in between...
Right.
In between school, and then when I got older, it was between, you know, shows and dance gigs and stuff like that, and it was always just a good little money spinner, and I ended up, from about that age, when I just did a few little jobs here and there and just saved up and bought my own car when I was 17.
Well, I think that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
All right, now we do jump ahead here.
So I was a professional dancer before I moved into TV, and after high school I went to the Victorian College of the Arts. I studied my 3-year Bachelor of Dance, and with all good intentions to travel the world with a contemporary dance company, actually.
So that was your aim?
Oh, 100%. That was
to be a dancer?
Yeah, that was what I wanted to do.
And do you still dance?
I don't think the hips have got the movement left in them. They're feeling a bit rickety, to be honest.
Oh, the hips
and
are
my
rickety.
flexibility's a bit...
I would think that movement that you're doing there might have led to the hips being...
Exactly. It's a bit of...
What do you call that?
It's called called Jumping Off a Mini Tramp That's Been Photoshopped Out. That's what it's called.
That was the correct answer. All right. Musical theatre.
Yes.
Yes.
Grease the Arena Spectacular. That was a ball, and we got to hang out with the likes of these wonderful folk.
John Farnham.
Oh, living legend.
Before he came out of retirement again.
Yeah, again.
And went back in. Now, but you have a connection with John.
Oh, well, how's this? How is this? So my mum used to dance, and she was one of his original Sadie the cleaning ladies. Can you believe it? But of course he was mortified when I approached him and said, "You worked with my mum." Yeah, there you go, the John Farnham connection.
Yes, your mum was a Sadie. Let's just jump ahead. This is after you were on Kick, the SBS series.
Yes.
Is this? It looks like a still from a film, but it's not.
No, it's definitely not a film. It would be a very bad film if it was. So I played a lead role, basically, in a series for SBS. So thinking, oh, things are moving forward and things are going to start, you know, happening now. But it ended up being a very, very quiet year after that.
Yep.
So I ended up delivering tradie magazines to workers, like tradies on work sites, in like Blundstones, and got my hard hat on and carry these boxes of... It was basically soft porn for tradies on certain work sites. It wasn't very glamorous.
It's called Tradie Mag.
It's called Tradie Mag. Look it up. They're going to love that plug. It's amazing.
Don't look it up. I
Please
did this
don't look it up.
afternoon. I'm amazed you were delivering it and not being on the front cover.
Oh, well, as if you...
Wow.
No judgment. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But
And what else
it wasn't
did you
for me.
do? You had some other jobs?
Oh, I sang. Did some singing gigs at, like, RSLs out in Greater
What,
Sydney.
with a band or something?
Well, no, just a duo. Like, it's like there's daggy backing tracks and you just sing and you play your maracas and stuff.
Wow. And in the background there's a voice. Number 74, your Parmigiana's ready.
Every time. Or it's either the Parmigiana or it's the bus to Campbelltown is about to leave.
In the middle of...
Keep singing Fever, my rendition of... very saucy rendition of Fever.
Oh, well, you ended up with a plum roll in, you know, one of our favourite shows, Back to the Rafters.
Yes, that's first series.
Do you miss a show like that? You were there for a while.
Yeah, I was there for 3 years.
You were much loved, and then it finishes, or you chose...
I was offered another couple of years, and it just kind of felt like it was time to move on. I'm happy because I got to do some other things.
Yeah. Well, look, sadly, our time is up, but it's been wonderful having you here.
Thank you so
Ladies and
much.
gentlemen, Zoe Ventoura.